Welcome to Behind the Velvet Ropes. I am in sunny but very windy Florida, but stay tuned because you know what? It's going to be a sunny show. Oh, I have to leave my hotel, the Biltmore. I love this place. It's very old world, and I really love that. But we're gonna go to Miami for my very first stop. Artist Pablo Cano, who is absolutely amazing. You're gonna love his work. So I have my lovely van. I never get a limo. I don't know what's up with that, you know? Am I not a celebrity? This is Alex. We have our sound man. Alex is always with me when I'm in lovely Florida. So do you like my show?
I love it.
Talking into my mic. Okay, this is my van. My skirt's very tight. I'm wearing my Badgley, Michigan dress today, which actually we're gonna be back here tonight because there's a fashion show with celebrities and more Badgley, Michigan clothes, which I love. So, okay guys, let's go. How do I close this? Ooh. Ooh. Can you take us on the scenic route? Is there a scenic route? So I don't know, there's not much scenery around here. This is my camera man today, but Alex, the sound man, is shooting.
Hello.
So do you know where you're going?
Well, we'll find it.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
That's a good attitude. They eventually find everything, but it's not like New York. It's really easy in New York City. Here, it's more complicated, right? It's ignoring me.
Oh, yes, right, exactly right, yes.
Oh, don't kill the dog. Hey, I'm here. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Who's this?
This is Lady.
Lady. Lady is a lady. She's so pretty. Ooh, I see art already. Wow.
Well, these are all the puppets that I'm working on for a show at the Museum of Contemporary Art. And it's going to be called To Sin or Not to Sin. And this is the marionette for Pride. And as you can see, her eyes can move, and her head has a lot of movements that can be very human-like. They're all ceramic, and what's covering her is all cigarette foil. It's all my collections of cigarette foil that I have.
Yeah, don't you use kind of thrown out,
Yeah, everything
kind
is
of garbage? I hate to say
everything-
that, but it's trash.
Well, I call it detritus, and it's all
Detritus.
and it's all things that I find out in the street or people give me. Greed, and you can see how he's ingested the money.
So what are these? The 7 deadly sins? What are
The
we?
7 sins and 7 virtues.
And is this from the Bible?
Yeah, it's from the Bible. It's a medieval morality play, basically, is what I'm going to do. He's a pathetic figure, and he just scratches his head and says things, and, you know, blows his nose.
So this is going to be at a museum, all these pieces?
All these pieces are going to the Museum of Contemporary Art in North Miami Beach. This is Fortitude.
Hey, that's Paloma Picasso in there.
Yeah. I used her portrait from a magazine, and she has a ventilator skirt, and
That's so wild.
it's great because her arms start to move when they bump against it. All these are the virtues, and this is the one I've just finished, which is hope. And she's always extending hope with her hand like this.
You made the face, you sculpted the face.
I sculpted the face and her body. And then the rest of her is just a crushed lampshade.
So what else are you going to show me?
Well, this is Fidel Castro, and he's grumbling away, making trouble. And you can see his cigar, and he just bounces like that. Whoops. He's already making trouble.
So show me the studio.
Okay. This is where I collect all my objects and things and create all my, my marionettes. This was a great find because I'm going to make a puppet called Lady Blue, and this is her dress and her body. This is a canvas of a marionette that I created 2 years ago, and I made a portrait of her. And these are portraits of children. These are all charcoal and pencil on canvas.
Did you paint this?
Yes, when I first moved into the house, I decided just to put a wash on the walls and just leave the original paint the way it had cracked and fallen off the wall to make it look like a Pompeian ruin. And I started to draw a little story on the walls. And I put Neptune holding up the light in the bathroom. So everywhere you look, you see a little story or something.
What are you looking at? You can look all you want, but keep your hands to yourself.
Oh, shut up.
I'm not just another pretty face. What are you looking at? You can
Yeah, what
look
are you
all
looking
want,
at?
but keep your
I
hands
love
to
that.
yourself.
That's lust. This is envy.
Envy
and-
is glitzy.
and
I
she-
do. I envy those diamond earrings. I need
This
those.
this is her movement. She says, I envy those diamonds. And she does the hands on the hips. Gluttony is a lot of fun because he's got a lot of great movements. See his head, you can, it's just a sifter, a flour sifter to make his head. Well, this is Prince Miami from my last production. And he would roll up on stage and have a monologue with Princess Havana.
She's got trees growing on her.
Yeah, and they're both together. And he can talk to her and turn his head around.
So your work, it moves to everything.
Yeah.
That you're into movement.
Oh yeah, definitely. I sometimes come here and pretend, I'm his hands. Like this.
This guy is starved for entertainment. I think you really need to move to New York.
She's the opera singer. This is her dress. This is all her dress. These are parts of cars that I found that I really liked the color, and I liked the idea of that became her dress, and I incised a design.
You're not going to use this. This is just a bicycle.
This is just a
right?
bicycle. I use that for exercise.
Actually, after here, we're going to Allison Spears, who has a lot of your work.
Yes, she does. She has a big piece that I did for her bed.
Well, thank you so much.
Well,
This
thank
was
you.
really awesome. Wow, I love Pablo. Look what he gave me. Isn't this a cool souvenir? Paperweight, pencil holder. I love that. So now we have to leave here, boo-hoo, but we're gonna head off to Miami, and we're gonna go meet Allison Spear, amazing interior designer as well as architect. So let's go, guys. We're here at Allison Spears. Ooh, I like this fountain. Fun. Nice building. Hey.
Hi, Lauren.
How are you? Good to
Welcome
see you.
to Florida.
Thank you. You're looking good.
Oh, thanks.
So I love the space.
Why, thank you.
Everything is white. This would be my nightmare in New York City because it would never stay clean, but here it must be easier to. How do you keep it clean?
Well, I don't. It's my nightmare too because I have 2 kids and it's impossible to keep a White House clean.
So you're an architect and an interior designer.
I'm an architect and we like to think of ourselves as architects who like to do their own interior designs. So it comes out to be one big idea, which we really love to do. We like to even go down to the hangers in the closets.
Did you design these pieces of furniture too?
Well, some of the pieces we design custom, some are vintage pieces, Some are modern classics, like the Mies van der Rohe table, which is one of my favorites. I like to combine lots of different things. There's really no rules when I do a project. In this case, this is probably a 1940s piece. And then I have my old favorite things, like I think I bought that when I was in college, and it's traveled with me. It's old American Hepplewhite. The big gold mirror that's above you, Lauren, is something that I've had for years, and it's gone from apartment to house to God knows where.
So what happens if a client says, oh, Allison, like, I love this, and it doesn't really work in the...
I usually try to work with it.
Customer is always right. That's good attitude.
That's right. I always try to think of myself as an editor rather than a redoer. And I just really don't like to say to a client that they have to throw everything away they have. I really try to recycle.
So give me the tour.
Okay.
Show me around. This is obviously the living room. I can figure that out.
This is the living room space, and we use this a lot because it's really the only big space. This is the dining area, and the elements in the room are a 1950s vintage chandelier from Venice.
This is beautiful.
It's one of my favorite pieces. It's the Flying Dolphins. I found this in a garage in upstate New York.
This?
In 25 pieces.
Wow.
And I had it all put back together and cleaned, and it again is a piece that has traveled with me. These are lucite chairs that I designed for a restaurant in New York.
Wow. I don't know, I would never think of putting lucite here, but see, it works. I love these lighting fixtures. You have good taste in lighting fixtures. I love that. I love these.
Yeah, those are vintage, probably 30s-ish lighting fixtures.
See, they're so modern, though. I would have thought, oh, where'd you get those? They're fabulous.
Well, I believe that things from all eras can be timeless.
If they're styled well.
And then the other area that's kind of fun is that we can open up all the doors, and the terrace becomes part of the living area.
Wow, this is so nice.
Thanks, Lauren. Part of living in Florida is being outdoor-indoor living. So we use this space a lot for parties and entertaining, especially at night when we can open up all the doors and put candles outside. And it really makes for a nice situation. It's almost like an outdoor room.
It is. It's actually part of the living room. It's an extension. And I love the wind chimes. Oh. Very nice. I heard that you have a Pablo Cano.
I certainly do. Did you? Now, you just met Pablo,
We just
Lauren?
met him.
We call him the Picasso of Miami. So above the bed is the Pablo Cano that Pablo made especially for me. And it's Adam and Eve. Here's Eve on the side I sleep on, and Adam is over there, and that's the serpent of the Garden of Eden. Behind us here, the horse and the saint is an early drawing of Pablo's that I'm lucky to have.
So you're very supportive of local artists.
Well, Lauren, when I first moved to Florida, I really wanted to find very interesting and dynamic people to collect. But I'm also a great believer in collecting art. I try to encourage my clients and friends to collect art.
I'm loving your Tiffany boxes. Are those jewels?
Well, I wish they were jewels, Lauren. But you know, I'm very unorthodox about how to store things. So if you like the Tiffany blue, it's a great way to store your paper clips and your stationery and your extra junk.
I know, but those boxes cost about $5,000 because you have to buy something to get the box. They don't just give them away.
We need to find the box source.
Exactly. You have a little dressing area too?
I have a dressing area that's a little, that's donned by Pablo Cano, and I put my little notes of what I have to do that day.
Chocolate and a headless frog. What does this signify, if I may ask? Why does he have no head?
This is a found object in my house, Lauren. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know, it's working for me.
I think someone thought it was candy.
Oh, yeah, they ate, yeah. No, I don't think so. Anyway, your house is lovely. Thank you so much. This was great.
Thank you, Lauren.
Wow, it's been a whirlwind from Coral Gables to Miami Beach, South Beach specifically. We're gonna meet Slava, this designer.
Hello?
Hi there, is this Slava from Long Island?
Yes, it is Slava from Long Island. Hello, Lauren.
Hey there, you gonna let us in or what?
I will.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hey there. Who's this?
This is Love. She's a young budding model.
Love is looking good.
She got into the makeup a little bit.
Okay, so you're Slava from Long Island,
Yeah.
but you live in Miami. So explain this. Where'd you get? Is that your real name?
That is my real name. That is my birth name. I was born in Moldavia, which used to be a part of the USSR. My family moved here when I was 4, and I grew up in Brooklyn and Long Island. I was in Brooklyn until I was 12. And actually, for like a few years there in between, I changed my name to Steve because Slava is just not a very good name to have, like in Brooklyn when there's like Joe and James and Michael around you. So I got a little like antsy there, and I changed it, and I changed it back a few years because I was like,
Slav is great for designing. I mean, it's like perfect, but I love that.
Well, it means pride in Russian and celebration in Czech.
What's the scoop with your stuff?
I try to make stuff that I like, but it's wearable because I used to go out a lot to clubs when I was younger, but that whole sensibility is great, and I sort of want to try to bring it into like the mainstream, not just have it for the evening, but sort of like have people wear it during the day and enjoy colors and enjoy like funky clothes. So I tend to use funky clothes and like colors for day, but I make them in like shapes that are wearable, like just basic slacks, but like in a cool fabric.
What made you come here to work as opposed to New York? Because New York is where the industry is, or California now. There's a lot.
Yeah,
stuff
I
in
just
California.
found myself not being able to like breathe there. There's just so much to like do and so many people that you know there, and you spend like 50% of your time commuting. Like you're gonna meet a friend downtown, it's gonna take you 20 minutes to get down there, you're gonna meet with them, you're gonna have to wait for them.
You gotta drive a car here anyway.
I don't drive, I just walk.
So everything is within your radius.
Yeah, whatever I need, I walk to.
Oh.
I wanted to like be able to work in my apartment all day and not go stir crazy, and here if I get a little stir crazy, I walk to the beach, lay on the sand, come back, and I start working again.
So do you have seasons, or you don't follow the trend?
Actually, I don't follow the trends, and I don't really work in seasons. I work in groups. If I find a fabric that I like, or if I find like an idea that I like, I'll just work on that, and I'll make maybe like 5-10 pieces to that, and I'll just move on, or it's just the way that I tend to work, and I think most designers work. Your style doesn't particularly change from season to season. You still work within your same style, and I'll just keep working on it, just in a different fabric, or in a different cut, or maybe like a little bit different of a silhouette, but it's still pretty much the same feel.
Who do you sell to? Do you sell stores or just private clients?
I sell to private clients, a lot of private clients, but I sell to Antique Boutique and Intermix. And Antique Boutique pretty much gives me free reign. I'll just send them whatever I want to send them, and they'll put it on their racks.
So a lot of your stuff is one of a kind, basically.
The stuff that has vintage pieces incorporated is one of a kind. And I like doing that because I like knowing that somebody's out there wearing one piece and nobody else has it, and I think that person feels better about it too. This is what I do mass market. Antique Boutique had about 100 and they sold them out. And Intermix is getting them in like 3 weeks. I just got an order from them.
So when you say mass market,
Basically,
how do you...
I buy the t-shirts like from Hanes or Jerseys, whatever, and I cut them, bleach them, then rebraid them.
Do you do these personally?
Yes,
You do every
I do
one yourself?
every single one myself. Because it's like, for me, eventually I'm gonna have to like teach somebody how to do it, but I just know how I feel, and I kind of like knowing that every piece that goes out of my apartment or into a store is touched by me at some point.
Now you do men's and women's.
Yeah.
Do you prefer one more than the other?
I prefer men's when I need an outfit.
Then you can just whip something up.
Basically.
But women's are kind of more...
Yeah, it's a lot more fun to play with. But part of the challenge of doing men's is to see how far I can get without making it too like... I don't like making men's clothes look sissy, and I don't like to make it look too girly or... Like, I like men's clothes to look masculine.
Well, I love your stuff. It's young, it's fun, it's hip, and you know, thanks for doing this, and good luck.
Thank you
If I
very
meet any
much.
rock stars and anybody else, I'll send them your way.
Thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you, Slava.
I love that guy Slava. How cool is he? That's what I love about this show. It's so democratic, okay? Now we're gonna go back to the Biltmore. I'm gonna change into my very elegant Badgley Mishka evening dress, and we're going to a party and a fashion show. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Let's go.
Hey, you guys are early, but I'm ready. Am I looking good? Hello. I'm looking fabulous. Let's go party. Meet celebrities.
Wow. Look at all this champagne. How fab. Okay. Cheers. This is a fun show.
Y no lo quita la aspirina, no. Es un amor que contamina. Pero me sube la bilirrubina cuando te miro y no me
Isn't this a great setting?
This is so beautiful. You picked such a great place for this event. So tell me, Rouse Corporation has really spent a lot of money to promote your new shopping center. And I love shopping. Nobody loves shopping more than me. But why Coral Gables? Why now?
Well, Coral Gables, we think, is one of the most exciting communities in America. I think this will be the luxury retail project in South Florida. It's going to be a remarkable place. It's not going to be enclosed. It will be open air. There'll be streets that ride through it. There'll be cafes on the street.
It's also a benefit. You're benefiting the Coral Gables Community Foundation.
Right. Community Foundation has a scholarship fund for kids going to school and the private schools in Coral Gables. So we thought that would be a wonderful thing to support.
Hanging with Rachel Hunter. You're looking good. Would that be Bachelor Mishka?
Oh, yes, it would.
Did you just come here just to wear one of their dresses?
I did. Yeah, no, I love them. I think they're amazing.
Get this dress. It's so beautiful. That's the back and that's the front. Hey, gorgeous.
You're everywhere.
Honey, I am everywhere. Well, you know what? You must be everywhere too, because you see me everywhere, so that means you're everywhere.
This is so funny.
I know. So you're having fun?
I'm having so much fun. Much fun. I can't wait.
Are you walking
Can't
the
wait
catwalk?
till the party starts.
The party started.
Like really start. You know, when we start seeing all those gowns, that's when it really starts.
So you're wearing Badgley today?
Bachelor, always. If somebody is gonna make you look lovely, are you gonna turn it down?
No. So what are we wearing tonight?
Bachelor Mishka.
I don't know how they made so many gorgeous dresses. Everybody here tonight is wearing Badgley.
They're really talented.
So you're into fashion.
Not really. I don't think I am, but maybe I am. I mean, I just like to look nice and be comfortable, and I like pretty things, but I wouldn't say I was a clothes hound by any means.
Neiman Marcus has been a part of my life since I was a little boy, because I'm from Texas, and the very first Neiman Marcus store was in Dallas.
Who are you wearing? Who's your favorite?
This is Alan Flusser's tuxedo, who is, I think, the best for tuxedos. And of course, he's, you know, 5 fittings. He doesn't stop till he gets it just right.
You have to go for 5 fittings.
This one I did, yeah.
So it's couture for men then?
It is.
When people are experiencing spas in their travels, most hotels have them now like they used to have swimming pools. So they experience a spa treatment at a vacation, and then they come to a day spa in their local market, and becomes a part of their life.
What are you doing here? You're doing the same thing?
Yeah,
here
we're opening a Greenhouse Day Spa here in Merrick Park, and we just opened up a brand new one in Manhattan at 57th Street between Park and Lex.
You're a girly girl. You're like a feminine girl.
I'm definitely a feminine girl, yes. Look at you, hello.
I know, hello, we match.
I'm going to change.
Okay, you can do a good interview to me, but this is, I'm wearing Bachelor Mishka tonight.
Okay, Bradley, yeah, the Bradley Mishka are great friends of mine, and I go and I buy the dresses from them, and they beautiful.
Thank you, Ivana.
You're welcome, okay?
I am loving this party. This cocktail party is so much fun, but I want to go backstage and talk to Bachelor Mishka about their show. Let's go. Look at this. We got the preview here. Bags and jewels. How beautiful. Wow, makeup, dresses, models, chaos. Are you modeling here today?
We're going to be ushering in the rich and the famous later.
How about me? Can I get someone to usher me?
You betcha.
My butt needs an usher. Thank you very much. What's your name?
I'm Troy.
Troy?
Gary.
And Gary. You look like a Troy.
Yeah.
Troy. Troy. You can say it so many different ways. I love that.
It's easy to say.
Yeah. Hey, guys. All right, how good do I look?
You look amazing. That is so you, that dress.
It's awesome.
It's
Awesome.
so pretty.
Well, everything you do. I mean, I've been a big fan, really. You know that for like a decade.
You
since
have
then.
been.
Yeah.
It's been about 10 years. You were one of our first true loyal fans.
Well, you do. I say this every single time, but you do what you do. You don't really follow the trends. You make your own trends, and obviously it just works because you make beautiful clothes.
You know, that's what we like to do. We went after this niche of evening dressing at a time when people were doing grunge and not doing glamorous clothes. And it's something that always works, that we believe in, and you know, women just love to look beautiful.
I mean, honestly, what woman doesn't want to look glamorous? I mean, really, at the end of the day, when you're going out, who doesn't?
I
Tell me.
can't answer that question. I don't know anybody who doesn't.
Thank you very much, because I certainly love to look good. So what are we going to see here today on the runway?
We're showing our spring 2001 collection. We're showing day into evening, with the emphasis being on evening, of course.
But you're actually doing some cocktail-y dresses. So is this going to be a new trend for you?
We're doing a lot of cocktail right now. It's a huge focus for us. Also, like important day clothes that maybe, you know, would take a certain kind of glamorous woman maybe to wear to the office or to lunch, but it could be perceived as day.
I would almost wear this on a warm summer day.
Oh, it'd be perfect.
Outside.
I also think it'd be gorgeous.
You would wear it gardening.
Garden, yeah, like I garden as if. I do walk my dogs.
I can
but-
see you wearing this under like a beautiful little tweed jacket in the winter. It'd be so chic.
Yeah.
But you've always fit our samples. You're the same fit as our runway model, so everything just looks good on you.
You're being nice to me. I tried on some dress that Maggie Reiser had on, and it
Oh.
didn't. I felt like a hog because it wouldn't close.
She was teeny that season. She wasn't even a 1.
So, what colors are you doing for spring?
Spring starts off kind of neutral for us. It's a lot of black and white to start off with a lot of gold accents. Then neutrals, you know, nudes and blacks for a lot of the sort of more in between a cocktail and a gown. And then the evening section is just a celebration of color, basically. It's every color we can get our hands on.
That's kind of new for you in a way.
It is. We used to do all those just dusty pastels and dirty neutral metallics and things. And then we sort of really fell in love all over again with color. So that's really what we're doing this season.
I keep waving this bag. We saw you're doing bags. Look.
We're doing evening bags and evening shoes now. It's been really fantastic for us, so we're going to show some of that on the runway tonight, too.
Well, all right, good luck, guys. I'll see you in a
Thanks,
couple
sweetie.
weeks, too.
Yeah.
I'll see you. I hope I have a good seat out there.
I think you've got a front row seat.
I better have a front row seat, because
You've got one. We made sure.
Because I'm going to be pulling a diva act if not. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Wow, I am exhausted, but it's a good kind of tired. Thank you for joining me on this very special edition of Behind the Velvet Ropes. Come back next week for more fashion, style, and glamour.